Fitz waited with two neon purple soldiers that were guarding him. The strong purple leader Violet walked up to them with his rifle notably showing in front of him. "What is it that you want, Fitz?" "General Violet, are these security precautions really necessary?" "Well, considering you betrayed Dutch, who was your longtime ally, then I think you've lost all trust in this room, Fitz. Look, I'm just looking for you as an ally. I had to do what I did to Dutch's mother for financial reasons. You understand, right? We could do great things together. Think of all the territory we can take from the Blues. We'd profit tremendously." "Get out of here, Fitz. I don't ally the neon purples with scumbags." Fitz then went to the yellow leader to see if he could strike a deal with them. "President Scruffles, I come to you seeking an alliance in the war that our nation is currently waging against the Neon Blues. If you join us, then we can surely beat the Blues back and take their land, and divide it evenly amongst each other. Well, we have been looking to expand our territories, but I'm afraid that recently a rogue captain in our navy by the name of Captain Yeller took the better part of our military to go pirating off on foreign shores. Well, we could use any troops you can spare, and we promise to help look for this Captain Yeller and get revenge once this war is over." "Very well, you shall have your alliance. I suggest we strike at the Blue armies soon." Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and I am back with another episode of Army Men Neon Wars. Now today, the Neon Greens and the Yellows have teamed up together to attack the Neon Blues. Now the Neon Greens here are fairly well prepared. They've got a lot of troopers still, though their numbers are likely waning due to the frequent losses they've been experiencing in this war. They need a victory real bad. So they called upon the Yellows to be their allies. The Yellows themselves are not a very strong nation. A few years back they had a split due to a basically a coup in their government, and one guy decided to steal all the ships and go off pirating. Very familiar storyline if you know what I mean. But regardless, they are going to be attacking the Neon Blues here, who are fully entrenched within this city. They've got tanks, they've got pack guns, they've got troopers on every block ready to guard from an oncoming assault from the enemy. And it's a pretty extensive defensive line as well. It goes very, very far back. So the Neon Green and Yellow are going to have a tough fight ahead of them, but it should be very, very interesting. So without further ado, I will press start after this. Alright guys, here we go. Let's press start. The Neon Greens and Yellows start marching forward and almost immediately are under fire from the Neon Blues. We saw some tank shells come on in there, trying to strike some of the tanks around here. I don't think any of the green tanks are down, and as I say that, one of them blows sky high, actually taking out a row of infantry with it. But more Neon Green tanks are proceeding forward as well. That Cromwell there totally misses its shot. Actually, is this a Cromwell or a Comet? It won't tell me. I think it's a Cromwell? Maybe it's a Comet. I don't know. Regardless, these Panzers just playing with the devil over here, getting real close. One of them gets nicked by the opposing Neon Blue tank. I don't think it's dead quite yet. No, it's not, and it proceeds forward. Might have had some crew injured during that. Surprisingly, they're not firing at that, allowing for the Panzer right there to go down as well. This one's turret is also dead, but its main gun is not. There we go. Finally, they take out that Neon Blue tank. And more Neon Green tanks proceed to push forward, and the infantry is back there supporting it. This time around, the tanks aren't going too far forward without the infantry. Last time, they really blitzed without them, for the Neon Blues, that is. The Neon Greens might have learned that lesson. They're still keeping within sight distance of the infantry to back them up. Actually, I say that, and now they're really just sort of cruising forward, so maybe not so good yet again. These three tanks trying to move forward here. One of them gets side shot by this Neon Blue tank over here. Lordy, lordy. Alright, and more pushing forward here. Is this one going to fire? No. They need to take out that tank right there. Seems like the right side over here for the Neon Blues is holding just tremendously. Their pack gun went down, but they've still got plenty of infantry over here. They managed to take out 2 tanks, and they've still got infantry back here supporting, as opposed to the left over here, which tanks have taken care of most of the units over here, the ground infantry units. And now the neon green and yellow infantry is just storming through. This has really opened the way for them to come forward. But on this side, neon blues are triumphant. Another panzer tries to make it up this hill, only to be shot down almost instantly. This is a really big kill zone right here. Are all these tanks dead right now? Yeah, all 3 of these went down. And another neon green tank over here goes down. That leaves, how many neon green tanks do we got? This one, which we can enact the repair rule to. I'm not seeing any other. Does any neon blue need to be retreated? Do we need to do the retreat rule? There is one in this house, but if we were to try and retreat him, he would die instantly. So in that case, we don't do the rule. He's still alive. I don't think the enemy notices him, so he's still just sort of chilling. A few mortar shells or something coming in there. There are no mortars, so probably a tank shell or a bazooka shell coming in, taking out a bit of infantry over here. The attack on the right is in full force right now. Probably for the best if they really were to focus on the left over here, which they do have a few troopers doing that, but not many. Then they would likely get cut down by this tank almost instantly without tank support of their own. So an attack on the right over here is definitely a smart move. Some troopers moving up this hillside, systematically taking out some of these blue soldiers. Doing actually quite a good job. They're in a bit of a choke point, but it's really not stopping them. They're keeping down suppression from the blues, moving forward house to house, sort of a guerrilla tactics movement. Oh, I think these guys over here discovered the blue soldier. Yep, they killed him. They were quite fascinated by that guy. Oh no, they didn't kill him. He's still alive. He's trying to shoot through the floor at some of the enemies below. Actually distracting. Like the entire army. That's crazy. How is he still alive? That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. There we go. He finally went down in a hail of bullets. Very impressed by that soldier. That was good. Some shots coming in around here. That must be from bazookas or something. A few soldiers try and go up here. This bazooka trooper tries to get a shot off but gets killed by the tank before he can. Like I said, this is just a kill zone over here. Not a great place to assault. Here comes a Panzer G, 4G. Let's see if it can get a kill. There's a bazooka trooper waiting for him right there. And another back there. Is he fully dead? This thing's probably gonna... Yep, there it goes. Taking out the city block with it. It is up to the infantry now for the neon greens and yellows. I attest that the probably the safest bet for them to proceed in this assault is this right side over here. Honestly, they have so much infantry, I can easily see them being able to do it. They're just bunching up over here like crazy amount. I don't see why they're bunching up so much. Let's try and spread them out a bit, just because it's AI derpiness here, which, as we know, we do not tolerate AI derpiness. So let's just get some of these guys to actually split up and get off of this wall. The AI probably just thinks it's a safe haven, so they don't want to proceed forward, but in fact, if they stay there, it's probably less safe than actually advancing and defeating the enemy outright. So here they go, marching and crawling forward, getting some shots off as they go. We're trying to. There's not too many blues left in this courtyard over here, though. The blues have finally solidified their defense and are really starting to fight back against the enemy. The real problem is they've got a few really good MG nests here. They've got one MG32 right there, as well as a saw right here. Though if these greens can get a grenade off on this guy, that would really be helpful, but they might not notice him. I don't know. They finally took off this MG32 over here. This bad Larry here needs to be taken out soon because it's got just this direct line of sight down there. Honestly, this Cromwell's just being ridiculous. Cromwell or Comet, I don't know which it is. Let's see. have any, do they have any bazooka troopers left? Oh, this tank is actually still alive, so we can do the repair roll on that. Let's see. Got any bazooka troopers? Lots of times the bazooka troopers like to hide out in the back, and yeah, there's like 3 of them right here. So let's just sort of nudge them that way so the... Oh my god, there's like 5 or 6 of them back here. So many bazooka troopers. Actually, there's like 8 coming up now. Let's try and nudge them that way so that the neon greens and yellows can at least proceed with the battle and we can see more action, as opposed to them just instantly dying due to this tank. I think it would be a lot more interesting. Yeah, look, here comes like 8 bazooka troopers. Let's see if we can't just... I know you guys hate it when I do this, but this Cromwell's just ruining the battle. Or comment, I don't know which one it is still. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Come on. Oh god, they're all dying before they can get their shots off, or if they do get a shot off, it doesn't do anything. Dang. Alright, come on. Is that thing dead yet? Oh my god. This thing's a beast. There we go, it's dead. Okay. Now that the battle can go back to normal a bit more, because this thing was a little too OP in that position. Alright, so the right side over here, we're seeing troops push a little bit further in, but really only in pairs or threesomes. We're not really seeing the main force really make that push inland, which I think they need to. Meanwhile, the left side over here, we've got a lot of guys still just sort of taking cover. I mean, even though that tank got taken out, the blues still have just such an entrenched position over here. It's real tough for the neon greens and yellows. Meanwhile, over here, neon greens and yellows keep coming up and not really proceeding too far forward. At least they're laying down some cover fire against the enemy, albeit not a ton. Like I said, they're just sort of restricted to this corner. They need to push in. There's still a lot of blues they need to take out. And so you can see the blues have all these nice little choke points in here due to the nature of fighting in a city. It's really wiping these guys out. Yeah. If they don't make really the big push soon, I think the greens and yellows might be done in, but we'll see, we'll see. See a few MGs actually pushing forward a little bit. Trying to utilize what little cover they have over here. Well, in fact, they've got a lot of cover over here. They just don't have the men to man it. Here we go. M1 Grand Trooper lost his helmet, but still fighting onwards. Taking pot shots at the enemy here and there. Alright, they're sort of gaining some ground over here now. They've almost cleared this bunker. There's still one more machine gun. These lads over here are all gone. There's still a few troopers over here, but I mean, once they take the back lines, these guys will be cut off. In fact, can we retreat? I don't... actually, we might be able to retreat these guys, so... we can enact the retreat roll. We'll try and get them back to this bunker. Here. Oh, I didn't realize how far in the enemy was. Well, this guy might make it. Come on, dude. Nah, he got nicked. Dang. Alright, well, here come the neon greens and yellows, coming really far forward now. They've certainly got enough troopers to win this, but the neon blues are super entrenched, and we've seen that every block of space that the neon greens and yellows have fought for has resulted in so many losses. It's been brutal, and I don't know if they can maintain it if they don't really get a foothold on this assault soon. Because even like this, trench is still kicking, and they've been attacking this for a solid few minutes now. Not to mention there's still a pack gun left alive, which is getting shot at, but they just aren't managing to get the kill on it, and it's going to cause some problems. Well, not that shot, because they totally missed, but future HE shots could really damage the war effort here. Alright, here we go. Troops really pushing forward now, though. which is good to see, good to see. Because they really weren't before. Alright. Just trying to get some nice screenshots of the battle here. You know how it is. Alright, running forward here. Actually being quite brave. This guy is farther than any man has made it yet with his SMG, and he's trying to SMG snipe some fools. Decides to break away from that. Probably for the best. And he's back to engaging actually now. No, he's breaking off. Good man, good man. Solid strategy. Alright, here we go. These guys over here really hugging this fence line. Trying to make sure that they've got some cover as they proceed forward. Which is very good. If they didn't have this fence line, they would have been butchered. Actually, one trooper almost making it into this trench, which has actually been fully wiped out now, so they can go ahead and inhabit that if they're capable, and start firing on the blues down here, who are starting to get taken out. How's that pack gun doing? Pack gun has finally been taken out as well. So the neon greens and yellows are making progress, as we can see. But they've still got an entire backline here of neon blues they have to take out before they can claim victory in this battle. And I don't know if they'll have the troopers to do it. Additionally, not all of their troopers are actually fighting, so let's move forward some of these guys. Additionally, these two blue soldiers, actually, if we moved them, they would die immediately, or else I would have done the retreat rule. But I just don't think it'd be worth it. Alright, so they're moving across this swampy marsh area. Lots of cover around here. There's trench lines, there's fences. They should be okay in this zone. They're also managing to knock out the guys who are in these houses. This guy's still alive, though. This guy died. Alright, yeah, they're proceeding forward accordingly. Bazooka rounds actually being shot at them, taking out a few soldiers. They need to take out that bazooka soldier soon, because that's basically a glorified grenade launcher when used against infantry, and that can deal some serious damage if you're not careful. And this has really turned into a choke point over here. Greens and yellows losing multiple men due to it. Meanwhile, the right side over here, they seem to be caught in a brutal crossfire in this plaza area, and not a lot of progress is being made. Alright. Blues holding out nicely here. Oof. Okay. I'm honestly clueless as to who's going to win this. It could go either way now. It all depends on the performance of the blue defense and the amount of losses that the greens take trying to battle it. I mean, of course, that's almost every battle, but they just need to take out this defense very systematically in order to cop the win here. They don't have a lot of soldiers with which to do it. Now, let's see the minimap. Let's see. Alright, so blue on the minimap in this top left corner over here are the neon blues, and the red are the neon greens and yellows. As you can see, there's quite a number of them back here. Let's try and just sort of bring them forward. These cowards need to help. They gotta fight. Alright, there we go. So these guys are coming forward. It seems like the blues have split up into two different sectors. The right side over here, neon greens, which are attacking the largest portion of the defense for the neon blues. Then there's a bit of a flanking squad going on over here, which really, they've got very little opposition. They've got one neon blue guy in this tower over here, along with a few holding out on the far left over here. We got one machine gunner, and a few guys in this plaza back here, but this flank could be very beneficial if they manage to sweep down this way and then flank the main defense here. But we'll see if that actually happens. Neon greens and yellows coming very, very far forward now. In fact, starting to try and cross the road, having a bit of trouble. A couple of MGs are laying down in the road, laying down some fire for their men. These trenches are doing a great job of defending though, and the neon greens and yellows aren't seeming to break them very easily. As we've seen with each battle in this war so far, everything is very even. The battles end with essentially each side having almost the same amount of losses, give or take a few people. Um, and it's gotta be wearing on their armies horribly. Neither side could have a lot of men left. Blues, of course, being the victor of the last two battles, had more men remaining, and they also managed to get back the majority of their prisoners, as well as heal any casualties. Whereas the Neon Greens, any people who were captured during the battle stayed captured with the Neon Blues, and not to mention casualties were treated and then kept as prisoners. So the Neon Greens probably have less troopers left than the Neon Blues. This flank over here, it looks like they finally took out this guy in this tower, and now they're working their way this way. Took out that guy over here, but they're working on this plaza, which is still solidly locked down by a few men. So they're sort of making excursions into each building, clearing it, and then moving on. Meanwhile, down the center here, they really need the support of this flank. If they can wipe out these three guys guarding this plaza and then get the flank going, then these guys in the middle would be relieved of a lot of pressure. But I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Not sure if it's going to happen. A lot of these troopers are the bazooka troopers left over, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. They can take out groups of men rather easily, but their reload time is slower and they're not nearly as accurate, so I don't know. Neon Blue is doing a great job with this spectacular defense here. Not very many men left remaining though for either side. Alright, this plaza over here is under lockdown by these blues. One soldier went down, but these... Oh, sorry, two soldiers went down, but these two, one with an M16, one with an M1 Garand, are holding this little alleyway, which is the entrance over here, very strongly, and the Neon Greens are having trouble actually entering into it. Things have gone quiet in the middle as well. The attack over here sort of halting. We still have like 3 or 4 lingerers back here, so we'll bring them forward again. More explosive rounds going off. Might have killed a few blues, I'm not totally sure. Let's check out the state of these trenches right now. See what's going on. So we got... Is this MG? What is this? Yeah, an MG. Chilling right here. I don't know what he's doing. And then down the road a bit here, we got 3 riflemen fighting back some bazooka troopers who are trying to attack them from this church. But they're holding them back as well. Doing a great job, too. Then further back, we got another trench full of men over here, and then one guy chilling beyond this pond with a rifle taking some sniper shots. Not to mention the plaza on the flank is finally starting to fall. The last guy remaining is an M1 Grand Trooper. He's taking pot shots at these guys, but he's missing almost every shot. He got a few hits there, not enough to get the kill though. He's getting hit himself, getting suppressed as well. And now the flank is on. Okay, so they might have just gotten this flank to work in the nick of time. This guy has horrible accuracy. Wow, he barely hit them. So the flank was successful, and now they're able to flank in on these troopers over here, actually already chopping down 2 of the riflemen over this way. And if they manage to enter in this way, they'll manage to flank this guy and these 2 who are... actually, that's really it for the defense here. 3 blue soldiers remain. 2 blue soldiers remain. We've got an MG guy right here. And the guy on the pond over here, and they're getting flanked and attacked from straight ahead. Not good. This guy's obviously a bit confused as to what to do. Ooh, he gets a kill but goes down. It's all up to this guy with the M1 Grand. Oh man, last man remaining. They're tossing a grenade at him. He has to move. Grenade blows. He gets gunned down. That's tough. That's really tough. Well, Neon Greens finally got a victory. after calling upon their new ally, the Yellows. Again, another battle with so many dead and so few remaining. Maybe 4% of their starting army is remaining here, and none of the blues are. So yeah, really, this has turned into a very brutal series. Look at these deaths around here. Just crazy. Yellow are the neon greens and yellows. Red are the neon blues here, and as we can see, just so much death all over the place. Easily one of the most brutal battles we've ever done. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Dang. Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment and subscribe if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.